It's episode 2 of the Q&A. We have about 7 questions here. I'd like to thank those that submitted these questions. Get my mic straight. It's flapping over. I don't want it flapping over. We want it just right. Okay, so episode 2, here we go with 7 questions. First question, does all wine taste better the more they age or just finer wines? So the answer to that is strictly no. Most wines are meant to be drank like immediately. They don't have a long life. So if you buy a wine and you think you can hold it for 10 years, that ain't necessarily so. Certain wines are meant to age, and the longer they age, the better they're supposed to get. However, this is a broad question. You might like one wine over another, and I might like, a different finer wine. So to say, do they all? No. What tastes good to me and what tastes good to you could be 2 different things. Just putting it out there. So taste some. If you can afford a finer wine, and I'm not talking about like Prisoner or Decoy or something that's like $50 and above. I'm talking about like them $500 bottles or more. Hell, to me, a $200 bottle or more. If you can afford one, knock yourself out. If you could do a wine tour, what country would you like to travel to? Okay, so country will probably be France. Nope, not even say probably. Country would be France, and the region would be Bordeaux. That I already know. I ain't even need to think about it. I'm sorry for the hesitation. I was thinking, but realistically, Bordeaux is on my bucket list for places to go as far as wine goes. It is a tremendous region with a lot of different wines in this small, technically speaking, a small area. You have a river, 2 sides, left and right bank. Completely terroir. Last episode we talked about that. Completely different outcome of the wine because the side of the bank that it was produced on, grown, the grapes or whatever. So yes, Bordeaux is at the top of my list. Maybe Burgundy after that. Something in Italy would be probably 3rd, if not 2nd. Now here's something. And probably a lot of people don't think about it, this country, when they think of wine. Germany. Germany would also be on the list. And Australia. Then we'd have to do some South America. So Chile is another place, or Argentina. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now. Now, what order? I don't know. But Bordeaux definitely will be number 1. Yes, that final answer. Have you thought about beginning your WSET certification? So for those that don't know what WSET is, it's the industry standard. It's an organization that sets, for the most part, as far as I know, sets the industry standards in wine certification. Tasting, you can go for like how to run a business, wine business. It's not exactly along the same lines of being a SOM, but I'm assuming if you get all the certification, I think it's like 4 or 5 of them, you probably could be considered a SOM. I'm just gonna keep it real. But there's is it American Society of Sommeliers? I don't know if that, maybe, I'm not sure if that is. Maybe it's Certified Sommeliers Association, something like that, to that effect, which is a little different. So WSET really does kind of go on the business side of wines, whereas the SOM cert is on the hospitality side. So it would teach you not only the initials, like both actually, how grapes are grown, wine is produced, and things of that nature, region, the difference, what goes into them from different regions. But a SOM would learn how to present it to you. So when you're at a fancy restaurant, you got somebody come out and wine is wrapped up in a nice little towel or whatever, they show it to you because that's what you ordered. And they pour you a little in the glass and ask you to taste to see if you like it or whatever. That's a SOM. That's part of their job. They order wines for restaurants. They make sure that it's fresh. They take care of the wines in the restaurant. There's a whole lot that goes into that because when they present it to you, they want to present it to you in a way that makes it extremely enjoyable and in a way that you're satisfied with the bottle that you just ordered. Long story short. So to answer the question, yes, I actually started a wine course, and it's not WSET, but that's next. So I started a wine course to learn more about what I don't know of wine tasting and things of that nature, so I can bring it to you guys. However, because our sponsor, 530 Digital Media, 530 Digital Media is where I work. Actually, I'm part owner, if not considered the owner. I am the man. We like to cater to the adult beverage industry, and particularly the wine industry. So yes, I eventually will get my WSET because it will help me help the businesses that I cater to. Not only do WSET actually do wine, it also does spirit and craft beer. It may just do beer, but I'm assuming just craft beer if I'm not mistaken. Which may be also a road that we go down in the future, because we don't only just deal with the wine industry, like I said, it's the adult beverage industry, but we also do work for craft breweries and distilleries if they want us to. Okay, so moving right along here. Why aren't Shiraz, it's so funny, Shiraz, or Shiraz actually is another word for that, or Malbecs more popular in the black community? There's too much MD and wild eye going around. That's why. Being serious about it, I think there's more and more blacks getting into wines. But if you're asking about the black community, that's kind of a broad question, because you have affluent black communities and then you have hoods. In an affluent black community, I have to imagine you don't find MD and wild eye, you probably can find Shiraz and Malbecs. In the hood, oh dude, they ain't trying to drink no fucking Malbec. Half of them can't even pronounce the shit. Just keeping it real. Do you like bourbon barrel aged wine? Hell yes. Yes I do. If you didn't see the first episode of the wine Q&A of Family and Friends, go back and watch it. I love wines. Normally they're red blends, but I love wines that are aged in bourbon, whiskey, rum, any type of barrel that was previously used with a spirit. It gives the wine a certain taste. It's not real strong, it's kind of faint, but if it's aged in bourbon barrel, say like 6 months, you'll be able to pick up on that flavor. If it's aged longer than 6 months, you'll definitely be able to taste it. Now, I don't want it to be overwhelming, just a nice hint of it. So yeah, yes. I don't know how to say it no other way. Yes. Oh, wow. This is on to something else. But I gotta ask. I'm gonna answer this one. This is not wine related, but it's pairing related. Food and smoke pairing. So, I don't pair food with smoke. The reason why is because whatever you enjoy, you'll enjoy more after smoking. That's the best I could put that. I can't say smoke and eat a steak or eat a burger. If you love filet, go get you some filet. If you love catfish, get you some catfish. If you love lasagna, you get where I'm going. Do a little smoking, eat a little pasta. That's all I'm saying. Last question. What are the common mistakes people make when drinking wine? Oh my God. Okay, so there are many, many mistakes. I made a few myself. Sorry. Said drinking wine. I'm sorry. Hey, we're drinking wine. I'd like to thank Sarah's Vineyard, before I answer that question, Sarah's Vineyard for providing this glass right here. Support your local wineries. Please support your local wineries. Okay, so number one, because that is this, drinking from the wrong glass. This is not the exact correct glass to drink this out of. You want to drink wine out of a glass with a stem on it, because you want to hold it by the stem so that your body temperature does not affect the wine. Facts. Not letting the wine aerate properly. That's another mistake. All wines doesn't necessarily have to be aerated, but some do. So you want to let the wine breathe. That's a mistake that people make. So some people chill red wines. Now there are some red wines that should be chilled. Sweet red wines should probably be chilled. Some people end up chilling all white wines. Most white wines probably should be chilled, but not all. So that's another, is serving wine at the wrong temperature. And one of the problems I think is probably like number one to me is not sharing wines with friends. That is probably the big mistake you're making. Share your wine with your friends. For real. It is literally the sociable adult beverage. You'll be surprised at the different conversations you can have over a glass of wine. With that being said, we're going to wrap up this episode. I'm going to thank you all for submitting your questions. If you got questions, put them in the comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Like I always say, get you some wine, drink it. That's what it's there for. Do not drink and drive. You might spill it. Drink responsibly, always. And until next time, y'all know what it is. I'm out. Dun, 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 dun.